I'm single now. Thank you, Red Pill content. Thank you so much. You have praise the Red Pill gods. The Red Pill ruined my life. In today's video, we are going to discuss why and what happened. So, for one, it definitely skewed my perception on women. And yeah, for the most part, people can say it's, there's some truth, right? But what's a half lie? It's a damn lie. So, yeah, and, I can sort of go in detail of what sort of happened in my relationship. So I was dating this girl and everything was going well for the most part. It was peaceful, it was calm, and then I ran into the whole red pill manosphere content and I guess like female nature. So I was just like learning about all the stuff, and at the time, like, I didn't really think too much about it, right? It was more like, okay, sure, like I'm being put on game on how to sustain a relationship and like what to do. But in turn, the more red pill content that I watched, it just sort of started to skew my mind, and I really started to just hate the girl that I was dating. And it wasn't per se conscious. I wasn't like, damn, I hate this motherfucker, right? It was more like, damn, I kind of don't like the things that she told me. I don't like this, I don't like that, based off of what the red pill content is telling me to do. She might, it just isn't gonna work, and all the stuff I started like making up in my mind. Oh, she's this, she's that. And ultimately, that perception of women and the girl that I was dating at the time was definitely a influence in our ultimate demise. I'm single now. Thank you, Red Pill content. Thank you so much. You have praise the Red Pill gods. Thank you. So that's one. And then B, most of the content that you kind of see, but most of the content that you watch, right? It's very biased. It's only showing a certain caliber of women, aka low quality women, who are superficial, who are money hungry, and who just are not mentally there.
No. We're not going to no next topic. How did you come to that conclusion?
Next topic.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Next topic.
Whose show do you think you are on?
My show.
Get the fuck off the show, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You're not going to disrespect the platform like that.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
The fuck there you go, Frank Castle.
Oh my God. All right. And you're not.
Most of the time, it's some like OnlyFans model from like California, Miami. Like it's those low quality women. Watching content like that, and just like, because look, we have to think, right? The majority of content that we see on the internet is what sensationalized. It's a lot more amped up than it would be in real life, right? Like when you watch that content, right? It's just the majority of women coming for men, talking about how they hate men, how they don't like them, how they want all men to die, how they want men all to fucking cut their dicks off and their balls. It's just like a bunch of crazy unhinged moments, really dark moments of women, damaged women who are coming on the platform and just talking badly about men. Ultimately, what that does to your mind is you start to actually turn into a version of a woman hating feminist. You see how that whole thing works? You watch the content and slowly you're like, oh, women, da 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 da, all these hoes, da da da. Like it's just all types of stuff that's just slowly corroding your perception of women, right? And I didn't start to realize this until like after the breakup. Like I started to go out, I started to actually like how the dynamic of women and men work in person. Like the majority of women in real life, not online, are actually nice, genuine people. obviously, yeah, like it depends on like where you like live. I mean, I live in the Midwest, and the women are not like the women on, like a show like Fresh and Fit or like a Rolo Tomasi, I don't know, like podcast or something, or like a Andrew Tate. Like they're just not that type of women. They're genuinely friendly. They're nice. They don't want to sock me in the freaking eye. Like they're just genuine women. And I mean, online they're like, oh yeah, women are all sluts. But the majority of women that I have encountered in person, they don't want to come off as this like unhinged, slutty. Ultimately, like they want to come off as like relatively wholesome, fun, and genuine people. But online, everything is so amplified. It's a echo chamber of your own bias. That's what it ultimately comes to. And it becomes this self-fulfilling prophecy on how you see women. And then you're like, you know what, I should just be single for the rest of my life, or I should just not get into a relationship because women are just so trash, and they're just they're not good for anything. But you know what, right? There are great and bad women everywhere in the world, right? Because it really comes down to like human nature, right? And how people are raised, how damaged they are. It's so many different factors about the human experience, right? And so you have to sort of go through a little bit of shit to find the good women out there in the world, because good women are still out in the world. And I'm just saying, the moral of the story is, my boy, go out, talk to women, talk to real women, experience that for yourself. Don't sit around in your fucking dark room watching red pill content for 8 to 10 hours a day, bruh. Get a life, my boy. Just go out, do stuff, hang out with friends. If you don't have friends, go out and try to make friends. I know it's difficult, I know it's scary, but with that being said, like, your life will significantly change if you genuinely take action. And if you genuinely want to see change in your life, it will happen. I know for a guy, you definitely do have to put in that work, because women that go out, men are just flocking. They're just flocking, and that's just how the game goes, right? I mean, even if you are one of the most attractive guys, like the majority of the time, women are not coming up to you. You have to go to them. That's just how the game works. Go out, experience, and then ultimately stop watching red pill content, because it is corroding your mind. It is corroding your perception of the world. Not just women, but of how the world is. And with that, you become this nihilistic, pessimistic person, and you kind of start to lose hope in the world and with dating and people and society. But my next video, though, is going to be about the loneliness epidemic of men and women. So stay tuned for that, because it's just something I think I should address, or put my own perspective on that, because I'm hearing a lot of perspectives online, and I'm trying to bring something different. So definitely stay tuned. So with that being said, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, because it really goes a long way. And I appreciate you guys for watching and for tuning in. You are the realest.